to start off with just your thoughts. I mean, it's rare for a freshman to come in and get a chance to be a number two. Just what were your thoughts as the week evolved? You saw, hey, that you were going to get that opportunity.
I think this whole time, even since I got here in the winter, you got to prepare like you're the guy every single week. So I think when it came to my preparation, nothing changed. It just came to, there's a job open and we had to go compete for it. And me, Deacon, and Marshall, we rose to the occasion and every single day pushing each other to be the best. And I feel like this last week it kind of switched from, all right, how can I, be on a scout team to how can I help, the offense and how can I help Graham be better. So I think when it comes to preparation, nothing really changed, but just the mindset of how can I help Graham be better and then how can I compete with the other guys around me.
Being a quarterback here has been feels like a lifelong dream for you. What was it like being out on the field on Saturday night for the first time?
It took me a second. I just kind of look around for a little bit, not get too caught up, but at the same time, I worked my whole life for the opportunity. And it came a lot earlier than I thought maybe, but I worked really hard. I came here in the winter to set myself up to have that opportunity. So, looking around, seeing 80,000 people up in the stands, and seeing my family and seeing them super excited, and seeing my teammates happy for me was probably the coolest part.
Myles, when did you find out you were going to be number two?
I really didn't find that out. It's still a work in process. Me and Deacon and Marshall were still competing every day and pushing each other and pushing Graham. So I think it's just the three of us working together and how we can make Graham better and how we can make this team better.
Was that hit kind of the welcome to college football moment?
Yeah, definitely. You don't like to get hit, but it was kind of a wake-up call, but also it's kind of cool. I haven't got hit in a long time, and you get knocked up a little bit, and you get up, I had a little bit of a smile on my face, and it's like, all right, now I'm here, and it's real, so that's cool.
We talked about the process of learning the offense. Obviously, you got here early, came out, went to spring practice, but from spring through to the summer, how much did the work you did between spring practice and the start of fall camp help you get to this position?
In spring and even in fall camp, I wasn't getting the reps like Graham and Chase were, but even if I had to go in the back and take my steps and go through my reads, that's what got me prepared. And I took pride in staying ready no matter what, even if I wasn't getting the reps that Graham and Chase were, and maybe even Deacon was. And I feel like me doing that in the past set me up for the present. So I'm just always staying ready and always staying prepared.
You say you look back, you kind of expand on how you were able to get reps when there weren't any in practice.
Yeah, it sounds corny, but doing it on air by myself, behind everybody. The play would be going on, and I'd be in the back doing the steps or the drop. And, it may look stupid to somebody from afar, but to me, that's how I prepared. That's how I took advantage of practice. I feel like I could have sat there and said, all right, I'm the backup, I'm the backup, and I just got to sit here and just watch practice and try to figure things out. But just taking the initiative to, okay, how can I take advantage of each and every day? How can I find a single way to get better every single day in practice? Because without getting all the reps, that's the only way you can get better. So taking initiative to be in the back, stay ready, stay prepared.
Standing behind the play like you can't run, taking a snap to yourself.
Yep.
Just making the motion. Was there even a receiver running around?
No runner, no receiver, no nothing, no line, just me by myself. They give me a ball. I'd have Deacon or Marshall signal me the play and call the play to a fake huddle and just go through the motions.
When did you start doing that? Like, is that something you did in high school and into now, or just did you just start that? Where did it come from?
I think talking with Coach Ingram, he really stressed to me, stay prepared. It's the process. Fall in love with getting better. And I think that's when my mindset changed from, all right, maybe frustration to, okay, I'm gonna attack each and every day. And that started in spring ball. I'd be behind and I just started doing the motions and I just started doing my reads, and then I started noticing, watching the play and doing that, I was starting to pick up the offense a lot better. And when I came to getting in there, I've already been doing the reps, even if it wasn't with the whole team, I was already doing it. So I knew where my eyes had to be and I knew where my reads had to be.
Myles, on a typical day, how much are you here at the stadium when you're up in the offices? Like, what's your...
Yeah, so here all morning for practice. I'll probably go up to the QB room, watch some film, and then I'll try to meet with Coach Ingram at least once a week. Especially last week, trying to meet more, to try to pick up the offense a little more because of obviously Chase being out. Deacon and Marshall had to step up. So a normal day is really just practice and then watching film, try to figure out the kinks of the team we have to play, and just really focusing on preparation.
Sounds like Chase has been very helpful.
Yes,
Yeah.
extremely helpful. I mean, Chase and Graham have been extremely important in my development, and especially with Chase being out now he's the one voice where you can listen to him. He's like, all right, he's been out there and he's been here. So having that voice in the back and having him help us out, me, Deacon, and Marshall, it's been man, it's so important to us, and I'm just really thankful for that. Even though from all he's going through, he still has the love for us to stay around. I think just executing. Knowing my role, knowing my job, just going out and executing. I've always prided myself on not doing too much, limited turnovers and limited negative plays. So I think just priding myself on, all right, how can I go out and just help my team win and help my teammates be better, instead of, all right, what I got to do here to make a play, what I got to do here to do this, and just going out and execute.
Dad's been kind of active on social media, telling stories about how you used to tell him being playing for Wisconsin. Do you remember telling you that?
Yeah, I mean, growing up, nobody thought I could do it except myself and my family. So I know even my parents can remember the stories and me telling them, I was gonna be here, and no matter what happened, no matter how I had to do it, I was gonna end up here somehow. So it's crazy how everything goes, and obviously playing in my first game is crazy, but those are stories with my family that came to fruition Saturday night, and were definitely something that will remember forever.
How did those stories just kind of drive you behind the scenes? Only one guy in the country is going to play quarterback at this time. How did those processes behind the scenes?
I mean, being the quarterback here is not an easy job, and like you said, only one guy gets it every year. So it was kind of that fuel in the back of my head when the dark days, maybe when my recruitment wasn't going so well, that pride of, I'm gonna play at Wisconsin. I'm gonna play and I'm gonna do it whatever way I have to. So it was also for my parents. They kind of reminded me of it. Like, you told us you were gonna do it. So on the dark days, they'd always remind me, like, you want to play quarterback in Wisconsin, you gotta sacrifice this, you gotta give up this, and that always just stayed true in my mind.
What was that? I know you took it right away, but when you got that scholarship, what was that just like?
Yeah, it was great. Like you all know, I committed right away. I knew this is where I wanted to be. And even being here the last 9 months, it's coming. It just makes even more sense why I'm here every day. So that was a great feeling, and me and my family are still extremely happy.
You only got 2 series, didn't throw a pass, but how do you evaluate those 2 series and that brief moment you got on the field?
There's some things I could have done better. Everyone looks back at the film and says I could have done this, I could have done this, and I did as well. So I still got to grow. I didn't throw a pass, so I still got to work in my reads and work in the pass game this week in practice and prepare for Washington State. Me, Deacon, and Marshall and Graham, we're all going to attack this week in preparation. We're all going to watch the film, pick out what we can see on film, and bring it to the meeting room and help each other get better.
Is that a good indicator going in to use your next time? Should something happen at this point, that remind you of that?
I wouldn't say that. I think that the great thing about the room we have here is we're all very competitive. We're all very good players. So I think it's week to week. It's going to be who comes out and practice and executes, and who's going to be the best for the team that week.
Obviously, you didn't play a whole lot, but what did you notice about the speed of the college game? Was there a big adjustment there?
Yeah, it's definitely faster. You got bigger, better players. Even just seeing the coverages and different looks, it's a lot, more variety, a lot more complex. So only in 2 series, you figure it out pretty fast, and obviously taking a big hit there, you figure it out even a little more. So I'd say there's an obvious, definite change from high school to college.
So how do you go about learning the offense? I mean, are you a visual learner, or is it like anything like class, normal academic class? I mean, how do you go about that?
Yeah, I mean, visually, you got to see the pictures of the play, and then stacking pictures of the play with coverages, the looks that it's good against, looks that it's bad against, and then coming out and just doing it. That's why I started doing the reps behind the plays, because you got to do it to figure it out. And that's something that I figured out early, and I'm glad I did. And pairing that with me with coaches, and then having Graham and Chase and speaking in my ear, telling me, this, and this on your read, and look, alert this, and feel this. And that's kind of how I picked it up.
You said you were frustrated at one point. Is that just because it was overwhelming, or the going from a guy who played all the time in high school to was it that, or?
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't say frustration, more just like trying to figure out my role. It's just I feel like everyone hits that breaking point where you're kind of like, all right, what now? What's next? What's my role? You're kind of confused, and I just had to look in the mirror and say, all right, this is my role. I'm gonna attack every single day, no matter what I gotta do. Whether it's gotta take reps in the back, or I gotta go watch some more extra film, or spend some more time in the playbook, and just try to get better every single day.
That was the spring when you kind of came back.
This spring.